Welcome to the weekly markets analysis, and markets are on fire. So let's jump straight to the markets, which means Euro USD first as always. And what we see here, okay, so basically we were talking about this resistance coming on the weekly. I'll magnify it. So this is the zone from 122 to 122 450. Which provided a nice resistance last week, and we had a bearish close, and right now we have a follow through. So seems for me like we have a lower high in place so far until it gets negated. So basically it's still in the uptrend, but finding the resistance here at the top of the range looks to me like we are breaking the support here around 121. This was our main working zone. Stochastics are still going up, but they look like they might cross soon, especially when we have a follow through over this weekly dildo. So how am I looking on a weekly basis? Well, what I will be trading. So we are on a daily time frame, and yeah, we had a lower high on the weekly, and right now we have a lower high on the daily. So that means for me at least, and a lower low already here. So it means that we are in a kind of reversal for some time at least. And as I was neutral last week on the Euro USD and slightly bearish, right now I'm just going to be probably shorting it. So basically we are at the support 121. It is the zone which I'm talking about for almost 2 or 3 weeks, and this is the area to watch. If we have a follow through on the daily, which might happen, of course, I will be looking for some pullback probably to 121 450, even a little higher to the daily 21 EMA, so 121 630 for a pullback, backfill, and probably a continuation. First target will be about 120 580, and yeah. If it fails, there's just 100 EMA on the daily. We have a tough little zone, and well, it is 200 SMA and EMA, which is confluent, and which brings me to think that Euro USD will land up somewhere here before possible continuation of the uptrend or the total reversal and going into the downtrend. So as we can see on on my automated support and resistance indicators, we have the top of the range still here. This is the first fib, this is 382 fib, so those two are confluent with potential moves for it. So how am I basically going to trade it? As I said, probably some pullback and counting on the break of the support and shorting it to the downside. If it fails, then continuation. We are still in this range, so I'm treating this range as my base range for trading. If I'm shorting here, I will be probably closing somewhere at the previous daily open or even close. And if it breaks the structure to the downside, so well, it can happen starting the week. This will be my next trading range, so anywhere between 119 430 to 119 870 will be the support where I will be planning to close my shorts if I'm shorting it, and this will be my trading range until it gets broken either side. Also, stochastics are in the bearish control zone. They are sloping up. They look like they want to bounce, but I wouldn't be counting on it too much, especially looking at the RSI rejecting from the EMA and also sloping down and trying to leave the neutral zone. And if it leaves the neutral zone, yes, I'm thinking of the more movement to the support zone here, and it will be a lot of opportunities probably to have at least a few bigger scalps, few bigger trades here. So yeah, this is what I can say on the 4-hour. If we jump down, this is what I want to print also. I don't use diagonals too much in the markets, but this is basically the downtrend channel which we are following since since end of May, and it looks to me like it's being respected. We had some NFP fuckery going on here, so I was not trading it basically, but on 4-hour we already broke the support here, and yes, I will be looking for a pullback. Yeah, 121 400 450, this is what I said on a daily to short it. This will be 200 EMA and SMA on the 4-hour. I like using 4-hour for my macro time frame for scalping. And I'll be just following the trend, which is right now on the short-term time frames, it is to the downside. So, well, short and distort, you know the drill. So let's go to GBP USD. GBP USD, nothing changed other than rejecting this resistance, which we have plotted since forever. So how am I looking at it? Continuation at least to the weekly 21 EMA over coming weeks. Yeah, stochastics are still going up, but it is really hard to judge just by stochastics. It's still a lot of buy pressure. It's still in the uptrend on this time frame. You can see higher highs, higher lows, no lower low in place, no higher high in place, no lower high in place. So I'm not really looking for a reversal yet. I'm just looking for a pullback, which will be healthy, and some trading. So this is my trading range as always. On a bigger time frame, on a short-term time frame, like short-term, medium, high. I mean, daily is for forex is forever. So on daily, it's still in the uptrend. It's still 21 EMA is still holding, and stochastics look like they might cross to the upside, but they're in the bearish control zone. So what I will be thinking about it, probably some upside starting the week, and then some pullback at least to 140. If it fails, then but this will be a good level. I can mark it up, mark it down. I know those phrases kill me. Okay, so yeah, 140, let's give or take. This is my support for a potential bounce. If it fails, then we have 100 EMA on the daily, which can provide next support. So this is like intra week trading. And if it fails, yeah, we have the support. This is coming from a weekly, so I might even lower it. Oh, I have a line here. So let's go like this. Let's be more precise. I'll just remove it and let's make a new one. So it will be more easy for me. So this will be my next support in the coming week. And yeah, here will be my final support. So, and I'll remove those lines. We'll do boxes, good old boxes. They almost never fail. Okay, and here we have more or less. So this is like my my working how to call it? Let's say my working structure for the coming week. So here's, first of all, we are on the support here, and until this support gets broken, I can't be really shorting it. But once it gets broken, retest and go zone by zone. This is actually how I will be trading it over the coming week, but still bullish and still higher high in place. RSI as in Euro USD reacted over the EMA. It is in the neutral zone, so this is a decision time. It's toppy here and it looks for the reversal. So basically how I'll be trading zone by zone, because it's still in the uptrend. So even if I'm shorting, I won't be holding too much shorts too long. I will be just going with it within those zones. So if we go to the 4-hour, well, it looks to me like it's kind of distribution going on here, especially with the stochastics in the 4-hour cross down, leaving the critical zone, and I will be looking for pullback to 141, 330 for a fill on shorts and probably drive it lower. In this case, 140 still exists. So yeah, this is basically how I will be trying to trade it. If it fails, then 139 is a good support zone, which I will be looking for a bounce and then continuation to the upside, because it's so bullish overall. So GBP JPY on the weekly, and GBP JPY on the weekly, it's still at the resistance. It is reacting off the resistance as we spoke last time. We have a bearish divergence though on the weekly. Oh shit, it's windy outside. So stochastics are in the bullish control zone, are in the critical zone. They can stay here for a while, so this is more bullish signal than not for me. But once they leave the critical zone, I will be looking for retracement as on GBP USD to 149 650. Until then, my main working range. Those ones are on weekly. So on daily we are on the support. On the 21 EMA, it's nice uptrend here. So I can't be really bearish on it. Every EMA, all are sloping up, and if I'm looking for the retracements here, probably what we'll get this week, it can be 150 to 650, and if it fails, then 150, 380, give or take, plus minus, because it can wick down, but basically this is support I'm watching for. And if it fails, then we have, as you can see, also an automated support and resistance. We have the top of the range, we have the bottom of the range, first fib retracement, 382 fib, which even if it hits, of course it will create a lower low over the structure on a daily, but from the weekly perspective it won't change too much yet. So well, I can't short it here. So I will be probably, and this is not a financial advice, I'm just talking what I may be doing in the market. So it's kind of a mixed signal, because we are bullish. It is bullish, GBP USD, but it is at the resistance. So hard to long here, really, especially with the stochastics going down, touching the neutral zone. So let's see how they react here. If they move to the bearish control zone, that yes, I will be looking for a retracement, overall bullish, but this retracement will be highly tradable on the lower time frames. And yeah, 4 hour is more or less as GBP USD. So some retracements on the way for sure. Australian dollar, US dollar. So it's still reacting over the 78,630 region. It is the top of my trading range on the automated support and resistance. And how the things look. Okay, stochastics are still climbing up. They are in the neutral zone, but as I said last time, probably, I don't like when the stochastics just bounce off the critical zone. I would like them to go lower. So for me, it looks like it might provide the stochastics curving down, especially looking at the RSI, which is trying to get into the neutral zone, rejected over the EMA. But basically, as in all the forex pairs, this is my main trading range until it gets broken. If it gets broken, so if 76.76 level will be broken, I will be looking for retracement even to, and let's move the zone, let's make them more accurate, to 73,500, which will be a good area for me to bounce, especially looking at the 200 EMA and 100 EMA. And if they cross it is likely that they will provide a fuel to the price action to the upside. So just kiss and fly. This is how I like it. So whenever the EMAs cross, I like the price being pulled back a little closer to them, and just take off from here. So overall, it is bullish on the weekly. We have an uptrend here. We are close the weekly 21 EMA, so also a good signature. Daily stochastics are still going up, but the RSI is getting rejected. This is neutral zone. So as always, it's just consolidating in this area. So as I said, I'm just trading it range by range. So long here, short here, long here, close, long here, however you like it. And I will be looking again to buy it at 75,980-ish. And try to drive it to the top of the range, at least to the mean of the range, which is a good area where I like to take half of the profits out of a trade. If it breaks the support, then this is the natural, the area around 174. It's a natural bounce for me. It won't violate the daily uptrend. Of course, it will create a lower high, basically, and the structure on the daily. So it's kind of a thing to watch for a potential reversal and potential deeper pullback, as I stated on weekly, to 0.73474. So it's still the same. So this is a nice area for a bounce, and once it gets there is my trading zone between 74 to 76. Which I would be most likely trading if I was trading Australian dollar, US dollar. So there is a USD PLN pair, which I was asked in the comments, and this is PLN, is Polish zloty. It's my national currency. which I'm not really using too much. But basically, what we can see here, I didn't put any boxes yet, and I want to do a fresh analysis on it. So here is clearly the support coming on the weekly, and it is on the support, and you could see last week bouncing. However, it is a higher high, higher low, higher high also on a week basis and also on closing basis, like in mega structure. If we go to the monthly, monthly is actually a lower high. So for me, how it looks like on the macro scale. So this is the main support. This is the main resistance coming here. Also, my automated support indicator indicates the resistance for this range coming around 4.12. If it gets there, I don't think it will, but well, everything can happen, especially if dollar will dump a lot. So if dollar will pump, it looks like the actually dollar is gaining strength recently, and well, it can go higher. So this is the support, and also the main 618 fib retracement of the main range indicated by automated support and resistance. And how do I think another week will play out? Well, it's kind of bouncy. So on a weekly basis, I will be looking for targets around 375, 680 for this move, even a little higher. And if it breaks this nice little resistance, the next natural target for me will be somewhere here around 384 if it wants to break it. Until it happens, this is my main trading range, and you can see on a daily, this is what I plan to trade basically until it breaks. If it breaks, then we have another zone, and if it breaks, then we have another zone, and this is basically how I look at it. Although coming back to the weekly, stochastics in a critical zone, and looks like they want to bounce. Not really anything like divergence-ish on this time frame. On a daily, also stochastics are climbing up, and they are in the neutral zone, and they are nice and erect. RSI also. So I will be really looking even for breaking this zone and for targets even to 379, 800. And even higher. So I think what is happening, that the dollar is getting some kind of reversal and gaining strength. Yeah, I will be looking for the dollar strengthening. So in this case, Polish zlotys will go to shit and dollar will go up to the moon and beyond. So this is what I think about it. So those are the areas to watch. You can and then if it breaks, let's go for deeper planning. This is my next resistance zone, more or less. So this is US dollar versus Polish zlotys, and 4 hour also tends to agree with me. And what I will be looking, how I will be looking also to trade it, I can use, because I have a confluence of the actual bottom here. I would be inclined to, whenever it gets to the 21 EMA, which freshly crossed with 55, I will be trying to buy it and probably drive it by 21 and 55 to the upside, to the targets. Right now, it blew through the 200 EMA and SMA on the 4 hour, breaking the downtrend which we had since March 30th. Yeah, this is how you tell it. So I'm looking really for a deeper targets, even to 381, 82 ish, so you can lower it down. So yeah, USD PLN to the upside. Let's go to DAX, the Frankfurt Germany exchange, which I really like to trade because it is in my time zone. And what we see here, a reaction over this support around 40,870, and it actually over since the last week we had a close, and now we have a follow through. So it seems like the uptrend is still going on. So good luck for you. This is what I hear a lot, like in Polish trading, let's say zone. Everybody wants to short it, big short and stuff. This is not. This is like a clear uptrend here. Look at the monthly, and it's still in the uptrend. So why would you short here? I mean, it's like even monthly, we have 17 days still to close. So, but the monthly is really, really nice. On the weekly, you have the stochastic still in the bullish control zone. So pretty heavy bullish signal, and looks like the continuation is on the way, at least to 16,270 over next few weeks. And RSI is still in the bullish control zone and still not even in the overbought zone. So I mean, it's like bullish AF, and I'm not planning to short it. If you look at the daily, and let's remove our zone. So well, on a daily we broke and we retested. Actually, DAX broke and retested the former resistance. Right now, the support. Nice and erect daily deal though, and it is looking like the 21 EMA once again is providing a nice support. So in such cases, when you have a blue sky breakout, price discovery, this is how I like to trade it. I use 21 and 55 to manage my position. So I enter close to 21 or anywhere between 21 and 55 if I can get. And I'm managing it with 55 EMA. If I have a closure and follow through below, I'm exiting on the next retest most likely. And as you can see, 21 EMA up, 55 EMA up, 100 EMA up, 200 EMA and SMA up. Stochastics in a bullish control zone, RSI just bouncing off the neutral zone and heading up and violating the EMA. So for me, it is like the bullish signal, and just long it. And hold your longs here. Okay, so we may play any kind of a retracement. The closest 382 retracement on the daily basis will be even 17,780. So it can go there. It's a long way to go, but I would probably rather stick to the weekly 6183 retracement, or even half of the range, which is coming here. So it is still bullish. So nothing to really watch here, and once it creates another potential high, I will have another trading range for it. Until then, it's just trade the trend to the upside. For me, it's easy. If we look at S&P AE mini futures, well, it's still in the uptrend, as all indices are in the uptrend. Actually, Nasdaq is looking pretty sexy here, because it's like just following the weekly 21 EMA here on the, just buy the 21 and just hold. It's nothing to do here really. You can scalp it, but it's like easy, just buy the dip and just hold it. So let's go to the gold. Gold is interesting. I closed my long for full disclosure around 1910. What am I looking at? We had a reaction over this resistance indicated last week, a follow through, so potential retracement. This is the first support, which also was already tested. So if it doesn't hold, probably even retracement to 18,020 will be a good for gold. Overall, it's still bullish. It's still in the uptrend. It's still is it still above the all-time high? No, it's not yet. So it reacted almost exactly over the all-time high, but overall I still think it will continue to the upside. But since the dollar is strengthening, gold may have a little dumpsky dump coming. But on the weekly, we have stochastics going up, RSI going back to the neutral zone, so potential retracement, but overall I will be looking for a bounce, if not here, somewhere around 1,820. I'm sorry, it's just fucking English. So this is where I will be looking for longing it again. So this is my zone, and I can mark it down with the yellow line, and let's see how it goes next time. So on a daily is actually looking a little cloudy. So let's go back to the weekly. This is one thing I wanted to tell. So here it is. The main trading range on the weekly, it's 1700 to 1980. Or 1980. So this is the main trading range, and this level around 1800 is a good support. So this is actually still an uptrend, and I still want to follow it with a daily. On the daily 21 EMA, stochastics are going down near the neutral zone. Look like they want to cross up, so everything depends on the next few days. But I will be still looking for some more retracement to 1820, which will be more or less the 380 Fib retracement of the main trading range indicated by the automated support and resistance indicator, which is also confluent with the 200 EMA coming somewhere here on a daily. And this picture looks for me like it's still a consolidation, so I'm not really like relying on the 21 EMA on a daily yet here. I want to see a break of the 1950 to really like follow the strategy on the EMAs. But with those 200 EMA and SMA in this shape, they look like it has to range for a while, and I think it will range for a while, a little bit bigger retracement and rangy until it tries up. You have to remember that this actually downtrend and this retracement took well, 2/3 of the year. So the gold is really slow mover. And on the daily, I still will be looking for a retracement. 4 hour also looks a little distribution-ish. Yeah, stochastics going down. So yeah, I think it will 1840 to 1820. 1820 is the half of the trading range on the 4 hours. So yeah, I think the retracement will be healthy here. So gold is done, and let's head to oil. And oil, well, I was talking last week on this weekly crossing the resistance, and right now we have a confirmation on last weekly close above this resistance. So right now it becomes the support for me. So of course some retracements here, but I'm looking for it to go first around 78.75, and if it crosses it, then to the top of the range around 83 to 86 dollars. I'm bullish on oil. We have some kind of potential bearish divergence forming, not confirmed yet, not even one bearish dildo close on the weekly. Stochastics are still going up and still trying to get back to the critical zone, so it's bullish for me AF. And well, I'm not shorting oil. I know every country is switching to the electricity, but oil is oil. I mean, you can't. I mean, having a sports car, electric sports car, is like, I don't like it. I like when they stink and when they make noise. So the daily is kind of a problem for me, although still in the uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Nothing changed here. Stochastics crossed, but they are still in the critical zone, and RSI is still above EMA and still looks like it wants to go higher. So yeah, it was a lot of grind through this resistance over the last week, and a lot of wickery. Also the NFP and all the stuff, G7. It's like it was like messing with price, but overall it looks healthy for me to go to 78, even higher in the coming weeks. So far, all is looking good. Everything is bullish. 4 hours looks like it wants a little retracement, so probably buying into 70 or yeah, $70.80 will be a good idea. It looks kind of toppy here, so if it wants to retrace, I will be probably buying $70 or 69.30 cents, something like this. I don't have a strong opinion on it. It just in an uptrend, so just how I'll be trying to get into this uptrend. Wait on the 4 hour for the stochastics to reset and get some nice trade and time it with the stochastics. So yeah, oil. And here we have our star, the BTC, the new world currency, the one which will prevail. It will destroy the banking system for sure, and for sure the central banks will allow for it. So yeah, we have BTC on the weekly. So well, stochastics crossed the neutral zone and they are heading down. Okay, they are getting into the critical zone soon. So on the weekly, it doesn't look good, Governor. It doesn't look. I mean, long term, Long term, how to define long term? I think the BTC will break this support over time and head back to 24,000, which is 100 EMA for the first for the major bounce. So it will be from the top actually. And I 63% retracement, 63% done. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, so it doesn't look good. It looks stuffy. It is the distribution rounded top, however you call it. It's a nice distribution, and it is in the downtrend right now. So you have to follow the downtrend, but the daily gives a little hopeful for bulls. A little, only a little. Why? Because we have spoken about these bullish diversions coming here, and stochastics are going up and trying to leave the critical zone, but the price action is below the 21 EMA and 200. So how I'll be looking at it? I think that BTC has a high chance of placing like of going to 41,000, give or take. Which will be 200 EMA, even the extension to 42,300 somewhere here. But I don't think the bottom is in. If it wants to play a little longer, giving bulls the hope, I think it can go up even to 45, well, higher. Right now, not really possible. But on daily, it looks like the kind of a medium-term bottom is placed in. And if we go to, especially with those stochastics on our side, this looks good for me. And if we go to the 4-hour, which I really like to trade on BTC, it looks more and more kind of a. There were people like bringing the Wyckoff accumulation, and you can have a case for it. If it will be a spring, then you need to reaccumulate, get to the top, and break it. So far on BTC, how I treat it, the range between 34 to 40,000. So far I will be looking for this movement to extend to 40,000 even, if it wants to be a medium-term bullish. Stochastics crossed and trying to lift the critical zone, so this is a good signal for me. RSI still in the neutral zone, so this is still a decision time, but overall I think it will climb up, and I'm slightly bullish on BTC short term. But if I go to the weekly, it doesn't look good. Of course, it is in the uptrend. It is on the uptrend on the monthly, and monthly still looks more or less good. So even 24,000 is 24.25. It's still confluent with the monthly 21 EMA, which most like will provide a nice bounce for the price action. But overall, like on the daily, yeah, it looks fine for me. Especially then if we go to CME, which I don't really chart, it is reacting over the daily 200 EMA and SMA, which both of them I treat like a support and resistance zone. So the one which is lower, if we are in the uptrend, I'll treat it as a final support, and as you can see, the price action here reacted pretty well over it. And as long as we close this daily above, we closed on the last Friday, the daily above the 200 EMA. So then the next movement will be 39 to even 39,000 to even $40,000. So it still confirms my analysis on the BTC. So I think it will take up from here. And go to this $41,000 level, and probably even higher. I mean, if the bulls will really push through, it will go higher, but the area to watch will be $35,000 to $50,000 for a potential like a bull trap, another lower high, and then the continuation to the bottom. Overall, on the daily, stochastics are up. On the 4-hour, stochastics are going up, so everything looks fine for me here. On the short term, so some kind of longs. I'm actually in a long. I caught it yesterday around 34,800, and yeah, I plan to drive it a little higher to the top of the range at least, and this is where I will be for sure taking a lot of profits out, and let's see how it goes from here. So yeah, this is my analysis on BTC. It doesn't look too good on the weekly, but it looks good on the daily and lower time frames. So, well, trade it as you wish. the savior, the BTC is the savior of the modern economy. You have to remember it, and it will replace the banking system for sure. So only thing, you need to buy it and hold it until it's $1 million. Until then, I hope you like this weekly video analysis, and if you want me to follow some more shitcoins on forex or on the other markets, just leave it in the comments and I'll try my best. So far, I wish you a really nice end of this weekend and see you in the next video.